I had started to hear a strange sound in my old house. At first, I thought it was the usual creaks of the house, but the sound became more frequent and distinct. I could never pinpoint its source, it always stopped when I looked. Since my daughter Lily was the only other person living in the house, I suspected her at first. However, one night when I called out, I realized she was in her own bedroom. The sound wasn't coming from her. Over time, the sound turned into a whisper that seemed to follow me. I heard it wherever I went, and I started to worry about Lily. Just as I was feeling this anxiety, my daughter smiled at me one day and said, "Dad, you've been whispering at night lately." She explained that I would talk to myself and then suddenly stop. In that moment, I felt a great sense of embarrassment and relief. The voice I had been hearing for weeks was my own. But one night, the whisper came from the hallway louder than ever before and suddenly stopped. This time it was different. I jumped out of bed in fear and ran to Lily's room. When I opened the door, her room was empty. Lily was gone. After searching the entire house, I desperately called the police. One of the responding officers said that the neighbors had heard a girl screaming during the night. When he asked, "Did you hear anything?" I mumbled that it was my imagination. The officer looked at me suspiciously and they continued to search, but they couldn't find Lily. Days passed, with no news of Lily. As I was sinking into despair, I heard that sound again one night. It was coming from Lily's room, and this time, it was her own voice. When I ran to her room, she was sitting calmly on her bed, staring into space. She turned to me and smiled. "Dad," she whispered. "Can you hear it too?" Horrified, I asked, "What do you hear, Lily?" Without blinking, she said, "Them. The ones who were watching us." Then, looking over my shoulder into the dark hallway, she added, "Pretend you didn't hear anything. Don't forget to subscribe for more strange stories."